Ajmina. Ajmina is absent. Ameya.
Present, Miss.
Atulya.
Miss.
Drishya.
Present, Miss.
Jyotish.
Present, Miss.
Karthik. Kavya.
Present, Miss.
Nachiketas.
Present, Miss.
Neeraj.
Present, Miss.
Rangeet.
Present, Miss.
Vaishna.
Present, Miss.
Vaishna. Vaishnav.
Present, Miss.
Present, Miss.
Anjali.
Present, Miss.
Shruti. Okay. Ameya, you have to make me a call by 10:10 today. Okay? After this hour, you take a 15 minutes break and 10:10 you have to call me. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's start today's class. In the last class, what we have discussed, can anybody give the summary of yesterday's class? Who will be telling? Nachiketas.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Just give me a summary of yesterday's class.
Error control.
What you have learned yesterday. Louder.
Transport layer error control. User
Transport.
datagram protocol.
You have gone through with the two types of transport layer protocols. What are they?
User datagram protocol.
User datagram protocol and
TCP.
TCP. What is the full form of TCP?
Connection.
Hmm?
Transport.
Transmission.
Connection oriented protocol.
അതാണോ പറഞ്ഞത് ഇന്നലെ? Transmission. You are
Transmission
not
control
brushing up
protocol.
yesterday's class. Transmission
Transmission control protocol.
control protocol. ലെക്ചർ നോട്ട്സ് എഴുതി എടുക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ ഇല്ലയോ? ഉണ്ട്. പിന്നെന്താ ഒരു കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ അവിടെ? Okay, now what are the features of UDP protocol? Atulya, what are the features of UDP protocol?
Connectionless and unreliable protocol.
Louder. It is a
Connectionless and unreliable protocol.
okay. It is a connectionless and unreliable protocol. Now, what is the meaning of connectionless?
There is no handshaking
There is
happening
no handshaking between the
the
sending and the receiving
receiving
state
and
in passing the segments, right? And also, what is the meaning of unreliable?
acknowledgement of that. Yeah.
Acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement of data is not holding.
You don't have any acknowledgement. I mean, you are not giving the acknowledgement from the receiver side. So you are not having any guarantee that your data is reaching your destination in the correct order, right? Okay. Now, what about what are the features of, or what are the services of transmission control protocol? Who will be telling? Rangeet. What are the services provided by the transmission control protocol? Rangeet is there?
And
Yeah, tell. Yes, make it fast.
Process to process.
What are the features of this transmission control protocol? It is a
Stream delivery.
hmm?
Stream delivery. Like process to process stream delivery.
What is the main important feature of TCP? Is it a connection oriented or a connectionless protocol?
Connection oriented.
It is a
Connection oriented അല്ലേ?
എന്നോട് ചോദിക്കുവാന്നോ ആണോന്ന്?
അല്ല കണക്ഷൻ ഓറിയന്റഡ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞേ.
Connection
Oriented.
oriented protocol. Then what about the reliability?
Reliable protocol ആണ്.
It is a reliable protocol. Okay, now what are the services provided by the transmission control protocol other than this?
Full duplex ആണ്.
Louder.
Full duplex.
Full duplex communication. Okay, then
Process to process. Stream delivery.
what you told?
Stream delivery.
Stream delivery. Okay, then
Sending and receive buffer.
sending and receiving buffers. Then
Error checking.
error checking. Okay, then
Recovery mechanism.
error recovery
Mechanism.
recovery mechanisms. Right. Okay, then
End-to-end communication.
end-to-end communication. Okay, then what are the features of this transmission control protocol? Who will be telling? Jyotish. Jyotish is there. Jyotish Shibu is there.
Yes, miss.
Yeah, tell what are the features of transmission control protocol?
It's a reliable protocol.
Yeah, then
It offers full duplex service.
yeah.
It's connection oriented.
Mm.
It provides error checking and recovery mechanisms. It provides end-to-end communication.
Okay.
It provides flow control, congestion and quality of service.
Okay.
It operates in client or server point to point mode.
It service, I mean, relationship is like a client server relationship, right? ഇതിനകത്ത് എഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ ഇതൊക്കെ വൃത്തിയായിട്ട്? ഉണ്ട്. Okay. And okay. So just we will continue with today's class. So yesterday we have just gone through with the TCP features as well as the services provided. Now today we will be just dealing with the TCP segment format. You have already gone with the UDP segment format. You have to just remember what are the various fields in the header, right? You have got 4 fields. You have to just remember what are they. Similarly, you have got a TCP segment, the packet in the TCP protocol. You can call it as the TCP datagram or TCP segment. Now, what are the various fields in that is you are having a header field here also, and you are having a data field, right? Now, this header field actually it consists of 20 to 60 bytes header. Actually, it is this header field. Header field will be of 20 to 60 bytes. Okay. And after that, it is followed by the data. Right. Now, when it will be 20, it will be of 20 bytes. See, you have another one more field at the last that is called it as the option and padding. So if that options field is not present, the header field will be of 20 bytes. And if the option is there, it will be of 60 bytes, right? Now, what are the various parameters of this header field? The first field is called it as the source port address. Source port address. It is of 16 bits, right? Now, what does it do? It identifies the source port of the application process on the sending device. You will be having a sending device. You will have many processes running on it, and the port number of the corresponding source node is represented here, right? So the source port address, it identifies the source port of the application process on the sending device. Okay, now the next field is called it as the destination port address. It is also of 16-bit, right? Now what does it identify? It identifies the destination port of the application process on the receiving device. You want to deliver the packet, so you should know what is the destination port number, and that will be placed in this field, right? So the next field is called it as the sequence number. Sequence number, it is 32 bits. Now it defines the sequence number of data bytes of a segment in a session. When you are considering TCP, I have told what is the importance of sequence number. You want to deliver the data in correct order at the destination. So you require the sequence number, and that will be represented in this, right? It is of 32 bits. It defines the sequence number of the data bytes. Now the next field is called it as the acknowledgement number. Acknowledgement number, it is of 32 bits. The acknowledgement number will be of 32 bits. Now, what does it contain? See, here you can see several red color things. They are called it as the control field, or you can call it as the flag field. So here you are having an ACK field, this acknowledgement field. So if this flag is set, actually, when this ACK flag is set, that means the value, if it is equal to 1, the acknowledgement number, what it contains is, it contains the next sequence number of the data byte expected. You are expecting the the data byte, and that number will be displayed here. Okay, now what is the meaning of that? And it is giving an acknowledgement that whatever data was received previously, that has reached safely, right? So if the flag field, if the ACK field, if set to 1, now what it is, this acknowledgement number, what it contains is, it contains the next sequence number of the data byte expected. And it is providing an acknowledgement for the previous data that is received. Understanding what is acknowledgement, what is the field acknowledgement number, right? Now, the next field is called it as the header length. Now, header length is, this is a 4-bit field. It indicates the number of the 4-byte words in the TCP header. Now, what is the length of the total bytes that will be represented here, right? Next, you have the reserved field. Now, reserved field is for, it is kept for the future use, and it is of 6 bits. Now, next you have the control field or the flag field. You are having 6 flags here. The first flag is called it as the URG, that is the urgent flag. Urgent flag means you are having a pointer also here, that is the urgent pointer, which is of 16 bits. Now it indicates that the urgent pointer field has a significant data and should be processed. When the URG field, if it is set to 1, the meaning is you have an urgent data that is to be processed, and that will be kept here, right? So urgent field or the urgent flag, if the value is equal to 1, it indicates that the pointer field has a significant data and that should be processed, right? Now, the next field is what I told is the acknowledgement field. Acknowledgement field, what is its significance? If this value is equal to 1, you are giving the acknowledgement of the data what is received, and you are expecting the next data. Okay, now what happens if the value is equal to 0? If it is clear to 0, it indicates that the packet does not contain any acknowledgement. Okay, understanding? what are the various control fields? First one is the urgent field. Second one is the ACK field. Now the third one is the push field, PSH. Now what is the meaning of that? When the value is set means when it is equal to 1. Now what it is happening is it is a request to the receiving station to push data to the receiving application without buffering. So I have told you, you have got the sending process as well as the receiving process. You have got buffers inside. So first, initially, when you are sending the data, it will be put it in the buffer. So the push data, if it is set to 1, no need to keep the data in the buffer. Directly, you can just directly send to the receiving application. Okay, so once the data is coming to the receiving device, there is no need to keep it in the buffer. You can just proceed it to the application program. That is the meaning of that, the PSH value. Now, next one is the reset value, RST. Now, RST, when it is set, now it is having many meanings. Maybe it is rejecting a segment or it is restarting a connection. Okay. Now the next field is the synchronous field, sync field, SYN. If it is actually the sync field, it is used to set up a connection between hosts. You want to initially set up the connection. So if this field is equal to 1 and that is required. Okay. Now the next is the fin field. Fin field, this flag is used to release a connection. You have finished sending the data. No more exchange is happening there. No more exchanges can be done after that. So this flag is used to release a connection. Okay, so these are the various 6 flag fields present in the TCP segment format. Now the next field is called it as the window size. Now, what is specification of window? You have already seen the flow control methods. So basically, you have different types of flow control methods like sliding window, stop and wait, etc. So window size, what it specified is it is used for flow control between the 2 stations. Okay, and you have to identify how much data you have to keep it in the window. You have a window size. So I have told you when I was teaching about the data link layer, you have a window. So that many data only can be processed at a particular time. So it does not overwhelm the receiver. Too many data when you are sending, maybe the receiver gets overwhelmed. So in order to avoid that, whatever data is present in that window size, that can be processed. Okay, how much data the receiver is expecting. Right. Now, the other field is called it as the checksum field. Checksum field, as you know, it is for the error detection part. Now, you have the urgent pointer. I have told you what is the importance of urgent pointer. If this urgent flag is set, now it indicates that you have an urgent data to send. Okay, so that will be proceeded. Now you have the options and the padding field. So these are the regular header fields, what I told up to urgent pointer. Now, addition to that, if you have any other things to attach with that, and that is given, it is in the options and the padding field. Okay, understood what is the TCP segment format? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Yes, okay. So TCP segment format, you have a header field and a data field, and you should remember what are the parameters present in the header field. Source port address, destination port address, you have a sequence number, you have an acknowledgement number, you have different flag fields there, and you have the window size, you have the checksum and the urgent pointer. Okay, what were the fields in UDP? Kavya, what were the fields in UDP? UDP datagram?
Header,
Yeah.
data.
Header
Source
and
port.
data. What were the parameters of this header field?
Source port, destination
Source
port.
port, destination port,
Total
checksum,
length. Total length.
check. Yeah. Okay. So you have to just compare it. What is the difference in UDP and TCP? Because UDP, you didn't have any sequence number, you didn't have any acknowledgement. So all the things are present in the TCP segment format. Okay. Now, This is just what I have told just now. You have various control fields like urgent pointer, acknowledgement, push, reset, sync, and fin. Fin means it is used to terminate the connection, right? Now you have got, sorry, description of flags in the control field. You have urgent, means the value of urgent pointer is valid. Acknowledgement means everything that is valid. If the value is set, the meaning is you have to, you have some function to do that. Okay, right? So this is about the TCP segment format. Now what we will just see is how the connection management process in TCP. I have told you, you have got 3 phases for connection management in a TCP protocol. One is connection establishment. The second one is data transfer. The third one is connection termination. I repeat, you have got 3 phases when you are considering the connection management in a TCP protocol. So you have the connection establishment, you have the data transfer, and you have the connection termination. Now, what is this connection establishment? So connection establishment, actually, it is a 3-way handshaking process. It is a 3-way handshaking process. I'm just giving only this, the concept of this. I'm not going in detail with the handshaking process and all. You just understand it is a 3-way handshaking process. Now in this diagram, you have got a client application program and you have a server application program, right? Now, assume your client application program, it wants to make a connection with the server application program using the transmission control protocol. Assume the client application program wants to have a connection, wants to make a connection with the server application program using the protocol that is TCP, right? TCP. Now, what does it happen? Now, initially, the process, it starts with the server. So server, what happens, what it will do is, it will tell its TCP that it is ready to accept a connection. Right? The server is telling that it is ready to accept a connection. And this is called a request for passive open. Okay, it is providing, okay, it is ready for accepting the connection, right? Now what the client will do, the client program, what it will do is it will issue a request for an active open. Right? So a client that wishes to connect to an open server, it tells that it needs to get connected to that particular server. So once it is giving the permission, it will be you're sending a request like active open. Now the connection establishment takes place. That is, it is a 3-way handshaking process. Now what is inside this is, you are having a sequence number, you have the control flags, and you have the acknowledgement fields, right? So these are the ones which are being shared, I mean handshake, which is being processed in that handshaking process, right? So you just understand the connection establishment, it is a 3-way handshaking process. Similarly, data transfer is a you can tell it as a 4-way handshaking process, right? Where you are sending the data here, right? Now, in addition to that sequence number, acknowledgement number, you are transferring the data also. Now, sometimes the connection termination, it requires a 3 or 4-way handshaking. Here in this diagram, it is shown only 3-way handshaking. Maybe 4-way handshaking is also possible. So just understand what is, I mean, how many handshaking processes are there in the connection establishment, the connection termination, and the data transfer field. Right? Now, there is a homework for you. You have to just write the comparison between TCP and UDP. I repeat, all of you take down homework question. You have to just find out what is the, I mean, you have to just compare between TCP and UDP. All of you make a note of that. Tomorrow I'll be just asking. I require 6 to 7 points. You have to just write it based on TCP and based on UDP. Right? Okay. So this was about the transmission control, transport layer protocol. You have gone with the two important types of protocol. One is the UDP and the other one is called as the TCP, right? Now we are going with another topic, that is one of the service provided by the TCP, that is nothing but congestion control and quality of service. Congestion control and quality of service. So before that, I will just tell you what are the things that we have learned up to here. Initially, we started with the transport layer. Transport layer, you should know what are the functions or the responsibilities of transport layer. Right? Started with transport layer functions. What is the main responsibility? It is process to process delivery, right? Now after that, I have just told you about the importance of port number, right? Now what is happening? So basically in an internet model, the communication is happening between two processes. That is either present in the client as well as the server, or the source node as well as the destination node. Now, which all layers are responsible for each? That is the type of data deliveries that I have explained. Now, which all layers are responsible for node to node delivery, host to host, and process to process delivery. Right? Now, after that, I have told you the importance of port numbers. Now, what is a socket address? What is the ANA ranges? Right? After that, the concept of multiplex. Sometimes it will be asked, discuss the concept of multiplexing and demultiplexing in your transport layer, right? Services or protocol like that. So you have to just write it. What is the exact meaning of that? Multiplexing, demultiplexing, and why the transport layer protocol, it is a connection oriented protocol, and why it is a connectionless protocol. Last time questions were asked based on that. Okay, and also you have got three different transport layer protocols. One is UDP, TCP, and SCTP. SCTP is not there in your syllabus. You have to study about UDP and TCP. So UDP, when it is asked, you have to just write what is the importance, what are the features of this user datagram protocol. You just simply don't write it is a connectionless protocol. You have to just write the reason also why it is called it as a connectionless and an unreliable protocol. And important thing, you have to study the user datagram format and what are the uses of this UDP. Right? Now, similarly, you have to just study about the TCP also. TCP, what are the services provided by the TCP, what are the features, everything, almost all the points are remaining the same. So if it is asked, you should be able to write it. The TCP features, now you have to just write it and expand it and write depending upon the marks, what is being given. Okay. Now, what importance of sequence number, how the acknowledgement is being done, and the last topic, that is TCP segment format. Very, very important. Right? I hope this much is clear for you. Right? I just want to tell you one thing regarding the series exam. Series exam, you will have third and the fourth module. So those who have written assignment based on module 4, that is the first group students, you have to refer the second group students questions, and the second group students group students, you have to refer the first group students question also. The meaning is you have to thorough with the what all questions I have given you for the assignment. You should be thorough with the answers. And there is a big mistake made by the first batch students. That is what I am calling each one. Amaya, you have to make me a call after this 10:10, and also Drishya. Drishya is there? Yeah, you have to make me a call after your class. That is after, you can make me at 2 o'clock. Is it convenient for you? Drishya, I'm asking.
Miss, പുറത്തു പോകാനുണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
Okay, then call at 1:30 sharply.
Okay.
സീരീസ് എക്സാം വന്നു, കൃത്യമായിട്ടിരുന്ന് പഠിക്കുക. നിങ്ങൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ് എഴുതുന്നതെന്നുള്ളത്, ആത്മാർത്ഥമായിട്ടാണോ നിങ്ങൾ എഴുതുന്നതെന്നുള്ളത് ഐ ക്യാൻ ജഡ്ജ് നൗ. സോ ബട്ട് ദ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി എക്സാം, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ഇൻ കൺവെൻഷണൽ മോഡ്. സോ ബി ready for writing the exam physically, right? So it is not, I don't think it will be like online exam or something like that. So നിങ്ങൾ പഠിക്കുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ കൃത്യമായിട്ട് പഠിച്ച് നോട്ട്സ് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്ത് എഴുതുക. ഈ തവണയും അസൈൻമെന്റ്സ് എല്ലാവരും കോപ്പി ചെയ്താൽ എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നത്, എക്സെപ്റ്റ് ഫ്യൂ. അത് എഴുതുമ്പോഴേ, അത് കാണുമ്പോഴേ അറിയാം ആരൊക്കെയാണ് ആത്മാർത്ഥമായിട്ട് എഴുതിയിട്ടുള്ളതെന്നുള്ളത്. Right? And first batch students, you have made a mistake, very big mistake. Read the question, you should read the question and then you have to answer it. Simply any one person will be writing and everybody will be copying that. At least you could have asked me if you don't know any answer. Without consulting me, you are simply writing, okay, if somebody is writing the wrong thing, then all are copying the same thing again. Anyway, like Amaya, Drishya, and one more person from the first batch, you can make me a call after 2 o'clock. Let Ajbina. Ajbina is there now? She's not there. Okay. So, sorry, Afla can make me a call, right? So these three, you have to make me a call after the class. Right? Okay. Now we will just move on to the next topic, very, very important topic. Usually many questions will be asked on this title. That is congestion control and quality of service. This is the one of the services that is provided by TCP, right? As Jyotish has told, it provides congestion control and quality of service. Now, what is the meaning of that? Congestion control and quality of service. They are the two important aspects of transport layer services. You're having a transport layer, and these are the two important aspects of this transport layer services. The meaning is, and both are closely related. That is, congestion control and quality of service, they are closely related. The meaning is, if you are improving one, you are improving the other. If you are ignoring the one, you are ignoring the other. So it is both are related to each other. Understanding? They are the two important aspects of the transport layer services. And they are closely related. Improving one means improving the other. Ignoring the one means ignoring the other. Now, before going to this congestion control, I will just tell you what is congestion. Now, what is congestion? Right? Now, congestion in a network may occur if the load on the network, is greater than the capacity of the network. If the load of the network is greater than the capacity of the network, you can tell that congestion has happened. Now, what is the meaning of load on the network? Load is nothing but it is the number of packets sent. It is nothing but it is the number of packets sent to the network. Now, what is capacity? Capacity means the number of packets that the network can handle. Understanding what is capacity and what is load when you are considering a network. So congestion happens when the load on the network, if it is greater than the capacity of the network. So load in the sense number of packets that is sent to the network. If it is greater than the number of packets that the network can handle, you can tell congestion may occur. Now, basically, it is occurring due to, I have told you, you have got routers, you have got switches between networks, right? And you have many queues here to process the packet. If you have, you will be having queues here, and based on, so usually congestion is happening. It is due to the queues in the routers and the switches. That means the many stations send packets together, it leads to congestion. Understanding what is congestion? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, miss.
Maya? Understood what is congestion? Congestion is happening due to the network traffic. It may occur if the load on the network, if it is greater than the capacity of the network, right? Now, what about congestion control? Now, congestion control is nothing but you are making use of some mechanism or you are making use of some technique to control congestion. You want to control congestion such that the load is less than the capacity. That is the meaning of congestion control. So congestion control is nothing but they are the mechanisms or the techniques to control congestion and keep the load less than the capacity or below the capacity. Or what we'll do is we will try to avoid traffic congestion. Right? Now, what is traffic? When you are considering a network, traffic is nothing but it is the packets moving from one station to another station. Understanding? I have told you congestion control is you have to avoid the traffic congestion. Now, traffic is nothing but if the packets moving from one station to another station. So I have told you the congestion is mainly due to traffic. Okay, now in the next class, we will be just seeing about the traffic descriptors. The data traffic, you will be going with in detail with the data traffic, right? So I have just given an introduction to the congestion control. Congestion control and quality of service both are related to each other. Improving one means improving the other. Ignoring one means ignoring the other. Now I have told you what is congestion. Congestion means it is if the load on the network, if it is greater than the capacity of the network, that you can call it as congestion may occur. Right? Now you are making use of some mechanism or techniques so that you can control the congestion and make the load less than the capacity. Okay, so the meaning is you are avoiding the traffic congestion. Right? So congestion is mainly due to traffic. Yes, Amaya, want to tell something?
No, miss.
Your mic was on, so I thought. Right? So let me stop here. And in the next class, I'll be just telling about the traffic descriptors. Right? So absentees for today's class is Ajbina, then Karthik, and Vaishna K.
Miss and
Vaishna undo. എന്താ പിന്നെ അറ്റൻഡൻസ് ആൻസർ പറയാൻ others can leave, okay?